Welcome to my home and welcome to my channel. This is me, Christoph Key, laughing through life, single, gay, and sober. This week's topic's about health and body and early sobriety. The quote for this topic is, "You only get one body and one life. Respect and love yourself enough to take care of it." By Unknown. Our bodies go through some pretty radical changes in early sobriety. Now, I'm no physician, but I want to share with you some of my experiences on understanding my body again. In the depths of my drinking, I cared very little about what I put in my body, and least of all fitness. I'd only ever attended one gym class in high school and considered myself the non-athletic type. I used to wreak so much havoc on my body from drugs, alcohol, and unhealthy foods that it was very hard to determine my body type. I knew I wasn't fat, but honestly, I never felt completely comfortable in my body. Like many areas in my life, I was content with being unhappy. The last few days of my drinking career were definitely the hardest on my body. Walking 5 blocks home from a friend's house, I had to stop midway on a bus stop bench. In that moment, I was terrified. This is it, I thought. I've pushed myself to the limit. The next thought in my mind was the hospital, and that scared me even more. In that moment, all I could do was say, "God, if you can get me home, I promise you I'll change. I'm ready." I somehow gained the strength to walk the remaining 2 blocks home, where I stayed for the next 3 days in a sweltering attic apartment detoxing. It was one of the most scariest yet necessary things I've ever done my entire life. That was the very beginning of the renovation of my mind, body, and spirit. Alcoholics are not the healthiest people. I couldn't tell you what I had for lunch 2 days ago, let alone my last doctor visit. I had to start back at the basics and get a health checkup. I have an amazing doctor who's also gay. Finding someone who knew my lifestyle was very comforting to me. Being up to date on my blood work and status is something that I now hold with pride now that I'm sober. There are many free and local clinics in your area. If you put in the work, you will find them. There's a huge fact about alcohol and sugar that I had no clue about. It's that our bodies turn alcohol into sugar. So, if you're an alcoholic that suddenly quits drinking, your body craves sugar insanely. Now, it's different for everyone, but that usually lasts about 3 months. When this happens, don't freak out. It's totally normal. I personally think it's okay to consume whatever you need to other than substances those first 2 or 3 months. I drank for 16 years, so I definitely put my body through some shit. I would constantly get piercing stomach pains, loss of thought, and scariest of all, sometimes a little bit of a stutter. Taking care of my physical health was the very last thing on my mind. I used to say, "I'll stop drinking if a doctor tells me I need to." Luckily, it never came down to that. And once I finally stopped drinking, mysteriously all my ailments disappeared. A glow came to my skin and a light turned on in my eyes. To this day, I believe witnessing that in someone is truly a miracle. It took me about 7 months into sobriety to get curious about working out. I had a gym in my new condo, so why not? I did know that alcohol has tons of calories, so with that now out of my life, who knew what was possible? At this point in my life, I thought I was pretty healthy. I was a pescatarian and only ate organic. I was very conscious about what I put in my body and was proud of it. But when it came to the gym, I was clueless. A couple of months into just making up a routine, I felt stuck. I'm the type of person that takes instructions well. So I signed up for an online program and consulted a personal trainer. We all know that if you want the results, you have to put in the work, but I wanted to make sure I knew exactly what the right work was. I now have a comfortable routine and diet plan that helps me live my best life. And this is gonna sound cheesy, but now when I look into the mirror, I see the man that I've always known was inside. And I think he's kinda cute. Maybe the gym isn't your thing, and that's absolutely fine. Try hiking, yoga, dancing. Whatever gets your body moving and your blood flowing is gonna be a good thing. I've learned that I'm physically capable of way more than I thought, and that's so empowering. No matter what condition our bodies are currently in, they've carried us through our life thus far. After so many years of not loving mine, I'm finally giving it the attention and love that it deserves. Take the time to love your body. Find out what yours specifically needs. We're learning to love ourselves again. Remember? It's now time for our moment of gratitude. This week, I'm grateful for the fitness program that I found to fit my personal needs. Within the past year, I've developed new eating habits and educated myself on routines needed for my specific body type. I now have pride when I look in the mirror, and I'm so grateful for that. Thanks for watching. Hang in there, and I hope to see you next week. This is me, Christoph Key. Do you like me? Then make sure to like and subscribe for more videos.